Good morning again, everyone, on this beautiful Monday morning. And today, everything is supposed to change. They did change the forecast a little bit because they said it was going to change overnight. It's not. It's going to be changing throughout the day. So they've delayed it a little bit, which is great. But anyways, it's been a busy morning. Not for me, for my husband. He had to get up early and he had to go and get the oil changed in our car. It's a free oil change. They recommend and it helps keep your warranty going because we've got a great warranty on this car. After 3,000 miles, they want to change the oil. They want to look over the engine. They want to make sure everything's good. So yeah, he was there bright and early. And now, if you can hear, you might be able to hear he's got the chainsaw going. So yeah, it's kind of what he's doing. He's had a very busy morning. Me, on the other hand, I woke up and I stayed in my jammies till 8:30. But anyways, my day will be filled with other things, and I will talk to all of you in just a little while. Well, look at my beautiful Mindy Lou, enjoying this beautiful weather while it lasts, huh? You's a good girl. You my good girl. We all decided to come outside, and as you can hear, my husband is splitting wood now, and he decided he was going to burn a few odds and ends of things that he's found, small twigs and that, in our fire pit. And then he comes in and he says, "Hey, do we have any hot dogs we could roast?" Yeah, so you know that the dinner for this morning is going to be really easy because, yeah, hand him a stick and a hot dog and it's going to be good. But he did something else today, and this thrills me completely because when cold weather hits, you know, it could get really cold in the house. And so when he lights that furnace, I'm always a happy gal. And that's what he's done. I'll show you. There's our furnace. You can see it's smoking up a storm there. And even though you really can't see too much of the fire, it takes a few hours to get it going. Because inside that furnace is huge.
It'll hold up to a 4-foot long log, but I only cut it about 2.5 feet, 2 feet long. So that way you have room to just spread it around, you know. You'll usually take about 5 or 6, 7 logs to fill it, and it'll last for a good 12, 15 hours.
So we fill it twice a day?
Morning and night, yes.
So as you could see, it holds a lot of wood, and that heats 4,000 square foot home and gives you all your hot water that you need. All you have to do is burn the wood. We invested in that back in 2008 after 2 winters of living here paying propane. So it has been a huge savings, but also it's just wonderful having all the hot water you could possibly want. Never ever needing to worry about how many, you know, your 40-gallon tank because there's 3 people taking showers or whatever. That's probably the thing I like best about it. I needed to get away from all that smoke. It really does produce a lot of smoke when you're first starting it up. After it's all going and it's not a whole lot of smoke. In fact, lots of times I would look out the window and I'd think, oh my gosh, is it even burning our wood? Because it doesn't produce a lot of smoke once it's all going and that door is shut. Then it works very efficiently. But anyways, I hope that was interesting to you, and I will talk to all of you in just a little while. I decided that I was going to use my new blanching pot and dehydrate some onions, because I don't know if you're aware of this, and honestly I did not know this either until I got the Ultimate Dehydrating Cookbook. That's how I've learned this stuff, is that when you want to dehydrate onions, it's best to blanch them for 30 seconds first. They says that it speeds up the dehydrating process, plus it takes out a lot of the, how did they put that? It says it reduces the pungency of it. So yeah, maybe it won't be quite so smelly. But anyways, I wanted to show you something because I was really surprised by this. Look at the black on this little spongy thing. I am very glad that when I went to clean this for the first time that I did not use the little scrubby that Maniac Grammy's Homestead had sent to me. But it was just full of grease inside around those little holes. And so, yeah, a lot of grease. I'm sure it's from stamping out those holes, but it just surprised me because actually a lot of this I've washed off the grease up. This whole thing was black. That's how much grease was in there. Yeah. Ooh. But anyways, I'm going to slice up my onions and I'm going to put them in my blanching pot for 30 seconds and get those in the dehydrator. And yeah, it's like late. The sun's ready to go down, so I'm not going to be able to show you what these look like till tomorrow's video. But anyways, I'll talk to you in just a little while. Our scripture for today's devotion is Matthew chapter 15, verses 14 to 16. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor does anyone light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on the lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. Let your light shine before men in such a way that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. You know, when I was a little girl, I was afraid of the dark. We lived in a small ranch-style house, and we had a hallway that was off of the living room where the bedrooms were. The distance between my room and the living room was probably less than 8 feet. Yet, as a little girl, I felt frightened and alone. And being shut away in a dark room, alone, frightened me totally. Every night, my father would take me to bed, and he would hear my prayers, and he would give me a kiss and tuck me in, and then he would proceed to leave the room and shut the door. And every night, I would ask him to leave the door open, and he would always respond, I'll leave it open a little. The light from our living room brought in enough light to bring me comfort and peace. The light overcomes the darkness, and it doesn't need to be a big spotlight. The smallest amount of light will do. Just like that light that was able to come through my slightly opened bedroom door. In verse 14 of today's scripture, Jesus said, we are the light of the world. When I hear those words about being the light of the world, I would often think of well-known preachers or missionaries, those who are in the front and center of doing what the Lord had gifted and called them to do, like beacons of a lighthouse shining for him. It's easy to feel so small in comparison. But notice that Jesus mentions a lamp. A lamp is a single small light. And that should encourage us. For the light that shines from a heart that is fully his will illuminate everyone in its path. So allow the light of Christ within you to shine out of your family to your neighbors and your friends and even strangers, drawing them to the one who came to bring light and life. And with that, I want to remind you, life happens. Let's enjoy it. And John chapter 8, verse 12 says, Jesus spoke to the people once more and said, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness, because you will have the light that leads to life. God bless, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.